Alright, so I created two characters since the last time I did these set of videos, so time to look at the ground build that I'm using on Sozan, and I'll get to the Jim Hadar guy later. Now, part of the reason I did this was just that I genuinely loved doing the temporal recruit event. Of all of the recruit events, it was the most fun. So I made a second temporal recruit character, despite the fact that I don't really get a whole lot of benefit from it, but whatever. Anyways, so what is her build? New character, so I decided to use new gear. Okay, this is an old gear item, but whatever. She is using a weapon-based build, but she's actually not using any of the Rice's Summer Event kit modules. So the bonus effects on this are actually completely useless. All she's getting is the K-Perf and the weapon proficiency off of this, which honestly, it's not that great. Anyways, I know. People are like, yes, but those are still good. Indeed. But just saying that it's not fully being used. That's all. So, what am I using? Nanite Health Monitor. Why? Because it's my favorite heal in the game. It heals you when you need it, or an ally who happens to be standing close to you if they need it, and you don't have to think about it. You don't have to react in combat to use it. It just happens because it's time for it to happen. That I love. Also, you can, with the way things are currently, this lasts long enough. Oh yeah, see where it says there, nanites scan nearby allies for almost 4 minutes. Maybe it's like 3.5, it's closer, something like that. Anyways, that means that, and see how it says a 23-second recharge. Means you can tag multiple team members with this ability. You have to wait 23 seconds between team members, but just cycle to a different team member, tag them. Cycle to a different team member, tag them. So you can have multiple people on your team with Nanite Health Monitor active at the same time. Great ability to have. Bioessence transfer, because it hits like a truck and is quite useful for that reason. Because, like, yeah, the K-Perf I'm getting off of this, yeah, the strength scales quite aggressively with K-Perf. I really wish I had a thing in here with my total K-Perf stat, but I do. Like, this is actually just the currency thing in my inventory tab. Although, this is interesting, because like diplomatic experience is stored separately from all of the other commendation stuff because it predates the duty officer system. Whatever. Passives. Yeah, this doesn't show your K-Perf either. Okay, so skill-based stats ground. This actually does show your K-Perf. So in my case, it's apparently only about 350. Get readiness, only about 150. Not amazing, but hey, whatever. Skill-based stats, space, whatever. And I'm So, I'm using the Red Angel suit because, in terms of defensive ability, the fact that it has all damage as its primary stat is actually really, really good, because it actually blocks psionic damage and weird random nonsense that's special damage types that regular armor just doesn't have stats to resist. That's quite good. The Red Angel revive thing in some TFOs that will actually soft lock you, so you want to avoid that. But as a general rule, it's quite good. There's also the transform thing, which I usually don't bother with. That, sometimes it might help, usually not. But remember, it actually locks you out of your capabilities. Anyway, though, so adaptation set, shield, weapon, and the adaptation vinculum. The vinculum is something that is interesting because of the fact that it's a healing turret that gives you shield heal, HP heal, and it might possibly revive an unconscious ally that's near it. That doesn't work very well. Also, it's an agromagnet beyond all reason, so there's a good chance that an enemy is just going to grenade the thing as soon as you place it. However, you know, if it lives, it's actually quite useful. Crystal prisms, yeah. Psionic damage, great stuff. Highly capable of shredding enemies. Microsingularity generator. This is something that's new. I just threw it in this build because it'd be fun to try out. You throw it like a grenade, and then it goes boom to create a gravitational breach that's a pretty decent damage AoE. Yeah, that's right. One of my bridge officers used an IDIC triple to give me a damage buff. Those are actually fun. That's actually one of the things people forget about the IDIC triples is that they will give you the team buff even if your bridge officers are using them on you, and it doesn't clear the team buff if you use a different triple, such as the Black Alert triple. Which doesn't actually give me a things, but whatever. Because here's the thing. It removes the self-generated aspect of triple buff, not a team-generated aspect of triple buff. Because if you read the tooltips on the IDIC triples, they actually say that they remove previously active triple buffs. The team component isn't considered for this, for whatever. Because logically, if this cleared triple buffs from your team, it wouldn't work. Whatever. Anyways, so, yeah. Oh, yeah, push for thing, whatever. It's just here to fill the EV suit slot. Nothing of any real importance on it. In theory, you can switch to it to summon the reinforcements and then swap back. Because you can actually hot swap whether you have your EV suit active. Because, like, here is the weapon swap toggle. Here is the EV suit swap toggle. Thing is, you don't really want to do this because it causes your bridge officers to swap. So you would do that, summon the assault squad, and then swap back. And you still have the assault squad following you around. Presumably, you would do this, prior to engaging combat to get the free minions and then enter combat. Not something I normally bother with, but it's something you can do. Also, I'm using the sword, not because it's, an amazing item. It is quite fun and does work quite well. The tertiary on it is really fun. I have a video I made posted on that. I'll just add that. Anyway, though, so, yeah, that's his character. I have the duty officers for adding damage resistance rating to science debuffs, and that's part of the reason why 2 of my team are science. These characters have science abilities that would apply debuffs to your enemies, and thus give rather hefty damage resistance rating penalty to your enemies, because that's just how it works. Anyway, though, so Marshal Janeway. Let's look at that. Marshal Janeway has Assimilate Dead, Superior Creativity, Superior Mentalism, and Superior Life Form. While this does give you a rather minor Tetrian damage weakness, the benefits to this are actually extremely high. However, I think that she still technically counts as an artificial life form and might actually be vulnerable to the Aetherian thing that lets them mind control constructs. Might let them mind control photonic bridge officers. Might. I'm not sure. Oh, also android bridge officers. Yeah. Feels like something that needs a lot of testing, though, because getting them to use the ability is kind of random, whether they feel like it. And of course, if you have turrets, there's a high chance they'll just mind control the turret, because I actually once had them do that with my agony field generator. Yeah, made my agony field generator do the agony field thing on my team, not theirs. Yeah, that was interesting. Okay, so to Matt, this is actually a bridge officer whose trait setup would actually work quite well as a melee build. I don't have her set up as a melee build. I'm just using 2-piece Jim Hadar set because I don't have the shield, because this character has to actually play the story missions to get all of those. Tarsi, using the Imperial Assault set, which, yeah, it's something she can't do the 4-piece on because bridge officers cannot equip 2 weapons, and the Imperial Assault set requires you to have 2 weapons. Her traits are something that is tailored towards a ranged attack build, which is what I give her. Her skills, 3 different buffs, 2 personal, 1 team, and a photon grenade. Tier 4. This is pretty close to my what I consider my standard generic bridge officer build for an engineer. 1 or 2 turrets, shield heals, and maybe a team buff. In her case, a Miracle Worker visor emulation overlay. I guess I think that's a team buff. Anyway. She is currently using the Kuumarke Visionary set, which not an amazing set for bridge officers, but they will spam the crap out of the lightning AoE power it has, and that is quite effective in combat. Alrighty, well, that. Oh yeah, one last thing. What duty officers do I currently have? Is this a great duty officer setup? No. My captain actually does have a turret that counts for this, shockingly enough. Oh, where is it? Here it is. Actually, you know what? It doesn't list that in the tooltip. Might not actually be affecting this. I'm genuine. Yeah, I'm kind of curious now, huh? Anyway, this guy gives radiation AoE on exploit attacks, which the amount of damage it does is actually significant. So, and also it's just like bonus damage. Recharge bonus to heal targets, which, given the fact that I have 2 bridge officers that will also be using heals, is pretty good. And this, again, I do have medical tricorder and vascular regenerator being used by my bridge officers. And this is the biochemist power that gives everyone a damage resistance rating penalty. This is a blue quality one. A purple quality one would be better, but minus 30, lower than minus 40, but still reasonably good. I just don't have a purple quality one on this character, I don't think. You know what? Let's double check. Rationalization, biochemist. Nope, don't have a purple quality. So yeah, getting a purple quality duty officer that's a biochemist would be useful. And yeah, there's several things you could do to possibly make this better, but this is what I'm currently using on this character, and it works reasonably well. And now to do the TFO, or patrolling.